Starting the broadcast. So the broadcast is now live. So it should be
Yeah,
now live on YouTube.
Yeah.
yeah.
Uh, we can add them.
Mhm.
So I have sent in the link.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so Pasan, I will unmute your site for the timing.
Yeah.
I think there should be an option here to
Mhm.
set up who can control or who will be the moderator. I think Dane is asking it.
Yes, but I don't see any such kind of option.
Okay, hold on.
Mhm.
I'll
Because I
check.
think whoever initiates this broadcast is the one who controls it.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah.
Hmm. Can anybody hear me?
So yes, we can hear you.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
How's everybody doing?
Good.
Great.
Good.
So, dude, do I have to be the moderator?
I think there is no such option. So I have the control options, control panel option.
Oh, it says for me accepting um to join that the moderator can control your microphone and stuff like that. So that would be the person who created it.
Yes.
That's why I'm
So
asking.
yes. So I
Yes.
can actually control it.
So how do I do Google? I could just do Google Sheets from here.
Yes, you can
I
share
think you
your
can share your screen.
screen.
Yeah.
I can
So
share my screen. Yeah,
Yeah.
I know I could share my screen, but can I do Sheets from here?
Uh,
Has
uh,
anybody figured that out? I know I can share my screen. I know I can give a link and where I can share my screen.
Okay.
yes. So basically, I checked it. It gives both two options, either entire screen or an application window. So if you can open the sheets in one window, it would
Okay,
be
yeah,
better.
yeah. Okay, interesting. Okay, okay, and that would be a file. Okay, all right. So sorry, guys. Which monitor I'm gonna put on? Okay, I'm gonna switch my monitor. So just 1 second.
Okay.
Here. Okay. Turn In the interim, while I do this, I want everybody to research what 25 Canadian dollars is in your local currency. Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Applications. Hmm. Okay, that would be the other screen. Okay. Okay. Alrighty. So bear with me, guys. Going to. Sorry, I have too many monitors, and then I have them split, so it's confusing. Okay. So, tell me when you guys can see the screen. And share now. Good?
Yeah.
So what do you see?
Yes. Testing 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
Yep.
So just 1 sec. I'm gonna move this over. I'm gonna leave that open. I'm gonna move this. Okay. So good. And everybody can see it clearly, right?
Yes.
Oh, that's great.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm just gonna finish getting set up. This controller, where did it go? There it is. Okay. So I want to thank everybody for meeting me, and thanks for your patience. This is something I've been thinking about for 2 weeks, but really didn't work on it until this week. And basically, I should have had it done yesterday, so I'm sorry. So bad me. Anyway, does anybody know what the meeting's about?
No. We all are excited.
Come on now. I've said a few things intentionally so that I could ask this very question. Does anybody know what the meeting's about?
Well,
Ah,
I had
go ahead.
ideas. Um, yeah. Well, I had ideas. While waiting, was thinking maybe it's about how the company should, should go, or the timelines, management, stuff like that.
That's interesting. Next. Remember, participation is mandatory. I'm waiting. Who's next?
Okay, so I have no idea what it is about, but I thought that it must be something very exciting, maybe something new, something coming on. or maybe some roadmap for the company to go on to take forward. But I am interesting to know what it is about.
Okay, very good. Next.
Yeah, the same is with me.
I was
I
going to
don't
say,
have.
try not to echo the same sentiment that everybody else has just said, but you beat me to it. So, okay, fair enough. Enough playing. All right. So let's see. How do I control this now? There we go. So you can see my screen, correct?
Yes.
Good. So this was the beginning of an intro. I apologize because I wanted this to be actually a video that I could just play for you guys, right? And unfortunately, I just bought the video editor and it's a long learning curve, and 24 hours is not long enough. So I'm using Google Slides, okay? So thank you
Okay.
for coming to the meeting. And you're all wrong about the purpose of the meeting. So glad to say. Let's see. Oh, go back to this. Where's my mistake? Where's my spelling mistake?
Management.
Ah, okay. Somebody's awake. Good. I asked myself this question. I said, what question can I ask myself that is important? This is the most important meeting I've ever had. So what can I ask myself? And it was basically what came to me was, why are we all here? Again, I'm going to say participation is mandatory. Okay. So when I ask this question, everybody's going to answer. Okay. So I'm going to mute because that's respectful. So go ahead. What do you think? Irish, why are we all here? Why are 3, 4 strangers staring at the screen, looking at each other, right?
Probably because it's something very vital for the company at the moment and in the future as well. That's why we needed to have this meeting, probably.
Okay, so let me rephrase that. Why are we all here? I could say, why are we all here on Earth? But instead, I'm saying, why are we all here looking at the screen at each other? We're not all here to look at the screen because of the company. That's not the reason why you and I know each other, is it?
Yes.
So, wrong. Next person. Go ahead. I'm waiting.
Okay, so maybe we all are here for money. So basically money and
Money. Interesting answer. Okay. That's your
yes.
answer. Stop there.
Sorry.
Next. Stop there. Next.
Yeah, we might be here for some kind of plan. I mean, uh, to discuss what we have done so far.
No. Why the heck were you on Fiverr? And why were you responding to Bubba and Dane profile? Like, why are you here now? Like, literally.
Yeah,
You really think somehow you knew to come meet and talk about microdeck? No, that's not why you're here.
yeah. Actually, I need something to do.
Okay.
Amount of money that would be the reason. Two aspects.
Okay. I like that answer. I like that answer. Wow. That is amazing, actually. Okay. So let me, I got to split my screen. So hold on a sec. The screen that you guys can't see. There we go. There we go. Well, it's just interesting answers. I'm loving this. The answer is money, right? We are all here because of money, including myself. The only reason I'm talking to you guys is because of money. Right? So that's just the truth, right? So money is the most searched thing on the internet. It's it's one thing that touches everybody's life, right? And there are different ways to attain money. I mean, really. Um, Anyone disagree? This is the reason that we're all together? No, eh? Okay, you don't have to participate there, no worries. But what I want to get across, what I want to get across is some people have a misconception about money. Money stresses them out, right?
Mm.
And I totally get that, right? I actually really actually get that a lot. And I don't want anyone to feel that way, right? Money, I want to be a positive thing. Okay, so I want money to always be good. Is that understood? And I really mean that because I'll be repeating that to each and every one of you. If I find that you say anything negative about money or there's stress about money or whatever, right? I'm going to remind you that I said money is good today. Okay?
Yes.
Deal, everybody?
Yes.
Deal.
Okay. So, you're going to learn in the long run. I'm having this meeting because I think that we as a group will be together for a while. That's what I believe. Okay?
Yay.
How long? I'm hoping for the long run. So I think it's worth the time right now to have this meeting and to say what I have to say. Okay. I feel my purpose in life is to do certain things, and part of that is actually helping people, right? So there are different ways to help people. And since we're in microdeck, right, one way to help is to actually have an incentive plan. Now, this is the purpose of the meeting. Did anybody ever expect that this is going to be the purpose of the meeting and that I'm killing myself getting this incentive plan all done? So, did anybody suspect this? Please say the truth. I really want to know because if anyone suspected this, please tell me because the purpose of having this meeting is so that I can also get to know your personality in detail too. Okay?
Yes.
So I want to know how you think. Go ahead. I'm going to shut
So
up.
I had a small guess about that because you
Mhm.
had talked to me about that as well, about incentives previously as well. And the another thing is that 25 CAD converted into the local currency. That also acted on the,
Yeah, I said that at the beginning. Yeah.
Yes.
No, from my end. I didn't have any clue.
No clue, huh? I love that. Look at your face. This is pressure for me. I'm loving this. I'm enjoying myself. Go ahead, Irish. Did you expect anything?
Um, no, I was really thinking that it's gonna be about the, you know, the business, the websites, what we're gonna launch next, stuff like that. I did not expect it's gonna be about incentives.
Okay, fair enough. So I want to ask everybody, what do you see in this picture? And I'm really serious when I ask this question. What do you see literally in this picture?
An airplane window.
height.
Mm-hmm. Is that it? Is that all you see, Irish?
Um, of the view outside the airplane window.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Next.
And there is a blade or something on the other side. Just
Okay. Yeah. Anything else? Nope.
So the it actually represents the height that we may be aiming for.
Oh yeah. Yeah, kind of. Yeah, that's one way of looking at it. Okay, and I'm going to ask you, quite honestly, how many times have you guys been on planes?
One time.
null.
I
Irish?
haven't. I
No.
haven't. No.
Okay. Okay, that's good to know too. So, does anybody know what that blue thing is in the upper left-hand corner of the window, to the left of the logo?
Wing.
It's the tip of the wing. Yeah, it's the tip of the wing. Just curious. I wanted to see if anyone noticed. I'm trying to throw you off. Huh? Okay. So basically, in HR, there's going to be a lot of plans, right? But the plans that we're talking about in this meeting are basically bonus plans or incentive plans. But there's actually, I consider that we as a group are the management level of the company. So for the management level, there's going to be the 3 plans. And you can see on the screen, right?
Yes.
You don't have to take notes. Put your pen down. Thank you. Because
You know
guess
I'm
what?
writing.
Because guess what? All of this is going to be on the drive. Did you see me write that in a slide? Irish?
Sorry?
Did you
Sorry?
see me write that in a slide that all of this is going to be saved on the drive?
No, I didn't.
That's okay.
Sorry. No, I'm just really used to writing. That's why.
Mhm. I know. I
Sorry.
know you're smart. I know you're smart. Let me go back though here. So we're only going to talk about today one of these 3, not all 3 of them, just one of them, because that's all I had time to do. Okay, so sorry. And obviously quarterly is not upon us yet, right? So the incentive plan is what I have been talking about. So let me just go ahead and get into that, right? So basically, it's going to be a competition. Let that soak in. You're going to compete against each other. Anybody have any thoughts? How do you feel about that? How does that make you feel?
Yeah, so competition is always there in life, but it is not negative thing. It is also positive thing. So one strives to do better when there is competition.
Okay. Everybody feel the same?
Yep.
Does it give anyone any stress when I say that? I'm just
Not
curious.
really.
Okay. Okay. Just wanted to know. It's truly a competition, and basically, it's similar to like reality TV, right? The Amazing Race.
Mhm.
How you got teams of 2, and they have you guys seen this program?
Yes.
No,
Everybody? No? Okay. So this is a program that some American came up with, right? And basically they pair people together that know each other, and then they give them tasks to do, which are around the world, basically. So it may be climb a mountain and get a piece of paper in a Buddhist monk monastery at the bottom of some altar in the corner or something crazy like that, right? So the cameras follow these people around the world and they give them a limited amount of money, and it's very reality TV, and a lot of North Americans sit back, drink beer, and watch this. So, okay, the point of the show is that the team that reaches the end, right, they get $1 million. So that's what everybody is, their incentive is coming back to the concept of money, right? The only reason that they're on TV to do all that and go through all of that, because it's actually quite hard, is for money. And there's nothing wrong with money, right? However, they do it in the form of competition, and that's what is trending, right? So we're going to have our own competition. And I decided not to call it October's incentive bonus plan, right? I decided to call it a treasure hunt and use the color orange, right? So I did all my graphics for this and everything, this whole presentation. So I've used a lot of orange because orange is October here and we have Halloween, right? So orange and black, so hence the colors. So this is going to be quite interesting. I think you guys are going to be curious. I want you guys to ask questions and participate. The next slide, I'm expecting everybody to participate, okay? So the next slide is basically, I'm going to give you 1 month from today, okay? And in that time, you have to meet these targets in order to receive the incentive, the payout. Fair enough? Everybody following? Okay. During this 1 month period, I want to pre-schedule some follow-up meetings where we update how we're doing on this competition, basically. Okay. So I've picked the next meeting as October the 12th. I don't know what day of the week. What day of the week is that?
That's Friday.
It's a Friday? Okay. I'd
Yes.
like you guys to pick the other dates. Okay?
Okay.
If you pick the other dates, I will put the other dates in. So that's your participation now. You only have to pick 3 dates, really, right? Because November 6th is the end of the competition. So, do you think it's necessary to have 3 more meetings or 2 more after the one that I have scheduled next week?
Mm.
Thoughts, anybody?
So 3 would be fine, I guess. Uh, each Friday.
Yes.
That's thoughts.
Okay.
My
So each
my
Friday
thoughts
is
the
a good
same.
deal?
Yes,
Yes.
because that would be
12th, 19th, and
just
26th.
before the weekend.
Exactly.
Okay. So fair enough. Does everybody have, anyone have the dates of those
Let me check.
Fridays?
19th and 26th, I guess.
19 and then the 26th and then the second.
Okay. All right. All right then. So let me go back to looking at everybody's face. Where's everybody? There you are. Okay. So basically, I want you guys now, thanks for helping me there, right? We're going to have follow up meetings, and maybe the purpose of those meetings will be not just follow up, but to focus on something, okay, that maybe you deem that's necessary or important. So in this picture, what do you see? I want to hear what everybody sees in this picture. Just a one word answer or a paragraph, whatever you want to see. Say, I want you to tell me what you see. And I'll mute. I know it sounds simple, but what do you?
Yeah, I see a laptop computer um with microdeck logo on its wallpaper or desktop background.
Next. Does everybody see this, or does anyone see anything different?
A bit different micro deck logo is
Mm-hmm. Anything else? No?
I see a different taskbar. So
Wow. Okay. Do you know what I see? I see that the winner of this competition, that this is their prize.
Nice.
I'm going to send them this Chromebook laptop. That's what I see. I see a little bit different from you guys.
that
But now
is
you guys see what I see, right? I see that this
Yes.
is the prize. Okay? So any questions so far? I don't want to hog the whole stage and everything. Is everybody remaining entertained?
Yes.
yes, definitely.
So any questions? Hassan, anything?
no.
Okay. No statements, anybody? No? Okay, I'll just continue on then. So this next slide is important. It's very plain. There's nothing hidden. There's no gimmicks. It's just plain. These are the 4 targets that you guys have to hit to earn an incentive. Okay? As I said, this whole slide presentation will be saved on the drive, so you guys will be able to see it. Okay? Um, just 1 second. Flip my page. Put that over there. So I got papers. Anyway, so these 4 areas, you're going to shoot for different things. And basically, the first one that I want to talk about is assembling your staff. That's currently what you guys are doing, right?
Yes.
How do you feel this is going in terms of interviewing and getting people together? I want to hear from everybody. It's hard, eh? It's not easy.
Yes, it isn't.
Are we hired? Did we start people already, or we just
Uh,
got the VAs going? So are the VAs going well? Because I'm talking about not only the developers, but I'm talking about the VAs, right? So how is Pamela working out for you guys? Let's talk about this assembling the staff thing, because this
Okay.
is your target, by the way.
so I have one thing, like the guys which have been hired are going well, Lester and Pamela. But we are getting into little delay in hiring people because we had to hire today some people, but you were so busy, so we could not hire those guys because these are finalized and we
Why
need.
you couldn't hire them?
Yes,
Because I
because
wasn't around.
yes, because you have to decide their
Mm,
pay. So there is some
that's
issue
true.
because
That's
uh,
true.
we have to
But you
over.
know what? You know what you can do? You can hire them anyway and just tell them to trust you and that I'll speak to them later.
Yes, I thought about that, but for example, if we hire them and we give access to them about the source code or something, and then they can't decide or can't come up uh, on the payment, then it would not be good, I guess.
I'm going to say this. If you want that developer, I'm going to hire them. Don't worry about the pay. I will negotiate whatever.
Okay,
Okay?
thank you.
Do you see the third one there? Company resource utilization.
Yes,
Staff is resource. So is email. So is telephone. But staff is also resource, right?
Yes.
right.
So, yeah, just you don't worry about it, okay? Just I will get the person at whatever rate, right?
Sure.
If it doesn't work out, don't worry about risk in terms of exposing ourselves in terms of email and stuff like that. We'll deal with it at the time. If for some reason the person wants, I don't know, $50,000 a year, bye bye, right? Like, and then I gotta look at you guys and say, really? You know, like, okay.
Yes, sure. Makes sense.
So are we on the same page with that, everybody?
Yes, sure.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anything else regarding assembling the staff together? Pamela, you said is working out. I'd like to hear from everybody regarding is she working out?
Yeah, Pamela was working with myself and Nauman into of the initial task. Actually, uh, we thought about giving her some kind of period to get her trained with the technical things. I think she actually comes with a non-technical background, so took around 1 to 2 days to get into the basic technical stuff like what are the frameworks, what are the languages, and how to do indexing, all those things, and then to
Wow.
move on to the perfect way.
I'm glad I'm not her. Sorry, go ahead. I don't want to ever speak developer, let me tell you.
Yeah. My mind is blown.
Yeah, me too. Got it. You're going to torture Pamela with your language. I understand what you just say.
Oh my
No,
gosh.
Getting used to terms. I got it. I got it. I'm sorry.
no,
Oh my
So
gosh.
these are just the terminologies. So
yeah,
Yeah,
sorry.
I
I
get
don't
it. She better
understand.
understand, or she won't know what you guys are talking about, right? So,
okay,
We
so
were actually planning
so
on
related
that,
to
just
this,
implementation and correction kind of scenario, so it would be much productive at the end.
so actually related to this conversation, Pamela just asked me yesterday, what should I fill in into the timesheet? She was asking whether I should fill in as a web developer.
I I actually fixed
wow,
the timesheet for them.
wow, wow.
She asked me the same question.
So wait a second. She has technical background, yes or no? Yes?
No.
No,
No? Okay, you just forcing her to have technical background. Well, that's good. You know what? Let's see her smart meter, right? If
yeah,
I
She's a
mean, my
clean slate.
God,
it
I would
actually,
fail. I'll fail. Don't put this on me because I'll fail. Anyway, okay. So I'll behave now. That was
Pasan and Pamela have developed a ranking sheet. It's
okay.
quite,
Yeah, I
uh,
saw that. I
yes,
saw that.
it's
Good.
quite efficient. So
Is it good?
yes, it is good. It is quite good.
Okay.
Uh, yes, but we are actually testing Pamela on her smartness because, as I said, that she was uh, filling in web developer instead of doing everything.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. All right. Wow. Um. Yep. Well, let's. You know that number four there or number three there, company resource utilization. If your staff, which is supporting you, is not smart, you're going to have issues. So definitely watch that web developer that you got there. That's a VA. Okay. So and evaluate. Okay. So all
So
right.
yes,
All right. So this next slide, I think you guys will find interesting, right? More interesting than what I've been saying right now. Let's get to it. So this is assembling your staff incentive target, broken down more, so that can someone tell me what $25 is Canadian in your currency? First person to speak up. I know I asked everybody to look up $25, right?
Yes. It's 1045 and
Okay.
80 cents.
Next. Next.
sorry. So it's 2,381.
Got it. Next.
It's 3,288.
Okay, so I'm not off in terms of my calculations. Okay. So these calculations were over the last 2 days. So obviously foreign exchange rates change, right?
Yes.
So you see the green dollar or green currency figures, right?
Yes.
Your calculations will always be in your currency. On the books, it will be changed to your currency, but showing in Canadian dollars in bookkeeping. Okay.
Okay.
So for every developer and for every VA that you hire, you've evaluated, you say that, you know what, they're fantastic. I want to hire them, blah, blah, blah. You get $25 or you can see the equivalent in your currency. So we hire 10 developers, it's 25 times 10 that you've added to your salary. Any questions? Okay, speechless time, huh?
It's interesting.
It's
No,
interesting, is it?
Yeah. So,
yes.
uh, like more responsibility you want to take for managing people and more incentives you get,
Oh
right?
yeah, that's right. You see, because read the whole page. I'm gonna shut up and let you guys read because there are eligibility rules, but then there's the continuity condition, right? And then there's a boomerang condition, which is a positive, right? Which the last one, I'll just briefly tell you, and then you can read the whole page. The last one says basically, and I didn't put it in detail, is if they're still here after 6 months, you get paid another $100. If they're still here after 1 year, you get paid another $200. So if they started, I don't know, October the 2nd, right? And October the 2nd to 2019, they're still here, you get on your next pay $200. All of this will be in detail tracked, believe me. Okay? And the
Yes.
accounting department and bookkeepers will track it.
So,
So those are those figures, the 100 and the 200, translated into your local currency. So now I'm going to shut up and you guys are going to read the page. And then I'm going to remain shutting up and you're going to tell me all your thoughts about this page and how you feel. I want to hear specifically how you feel.
We are done, I guess.
When you guys are done, just go ahead and speak, right? I want to truly hear. I mean, a couple things. One, I'm taking the time to type up this page. Two, I want to seriously hear what you feel. Yeah. So again, I'm going to shut up.
I actually have a question about the eligibility thing.
Yeah.
Um, it says here that the incentive payout received for successful new hires will be for those staff member to be employed for a minimum of 30 days. For example, we just hired, let's say, a VA or a developer. We will only get incentive for that after they completed 30 days. Is that
That's
correct?
right. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Do you know how many people we're going through? Lots. So, and you know how many people we're going through. So if I pay out $25 per every single failed applicant, that's just stupid business, right? So no, Microdex's not stupid. And I'm not a stupid person, so you're supposed to laugh at that, by the way. So no $25 per failed applicant. You at least got to be around for 30 days. 30 days,
Okay.
then I'm kind of convinced the person has, well, guess what? If they're here after 30 days, what do I know for sure about the person?
The person is smart.
Damn right. Excuse my language, but yeah, they are. Because all three of us, or three of you, and four of us have scrutinized them. So nobody can let someone who didn't reach the level in the smart meter slide through because one of us will pick up on it. And I'll be asking the other person, you really think they're smart? And I'll be asking you, right? Looking at you. So,
So I have one statement. So
mhm.
basically, Irish is not gonna pay for Rose.
No.
No.
No. Nope.
Let
However, you know what? Lester's lasting pretty good. He's going pretty good so far, right? He's done 2 weeks now, right?
Yes,
So he's
Wow.
starting his third week next week. So
yes,
he looks like he's going to make 30 days by the looks of it. Because he
yes.
doesn't, in my interactions, he doesn't seem stupid.
Yes, he is doing well. He is smart and he is providing his work beyond the expectation. So I think he will work well.
I think Ashif will also survive 30 days because I know he's smart. The many times that I've dealt with him, I know he's smart. Too smart for his own good sometimes. So, um, but everybody else, I don't know if they can last, right?
But I think we have already rejected Ashif based on the
I
rating.
didn't. Oh, you really? Very good. Wow. Okay, I didn't know that. Sorry.
So we
It's
Okay.
had
okay.
Yeah.
That's good. I'm glad you did because the that I wasn't totally comfortable with him
mm,
because of that. It's not worth the effort.
so,
So, anything else regarding the page? I have yet to hear from somebody, and of course, participation is mandatory. I'm
So
gonna mute my mic. Mute your mic, Irish,
Okay.
because he's got
yeah,
something to say.
I think it would actually make us more responsible about the recruiters from ourselves. So more or less chance for trial and error, and it would more suitable is shorten up the candidates properly.
Yeah, yeah. So, do you see the continuity condition? Right? In Canada, we call that a clawback term in legal terms. So 30 days they've been employed. And then 30 days after that, if they're not around, right? 50% of what we paid you comes off your next incentive pay on the next payroll, right? So you still get paid something for the person, but not the full amount. Now, this is the tricky part. Do you know why I did this? Can anybody guess why I would have this continuity condition? Even 3 months down the road, there's even a clawback. Why would I do this? This is the real smart test. Let me just shut up because this is interesting. Who's going to answer?
Then actually we would be much responsible with our selections, and we would be actually seeing whether this particular candidate would be someone who can be smart and who can last survive for long with ourselves.
Okay, but I'm this continuity condition is related to time. 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. What am I trying to ensure here?
Security of tenure in the company.
I'm listening.
So basically, long-term commitment. For example, one guy works with us. Uh, First of all, company has invested in him. Second, he gets know-how of the company more and more uh, time by time. So as long as he's here, it is better for the corporation instead of being hiring new guys every time. So maybe this is the reason.
You are all right, but there's more to it. Everything that you said is right, but if I was to make a list, they would be lower on the list. The first reason that I put this in here, and I'll just go back because you don't know it yet. Right here, not here. You go back, 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 and back. So, before I go there, can anybody tell me the 3 plans that I introduced you to? One, the first one, which we're talking about, is the incentive plan. What's the second one?
It was for 6 months, I guess. I don't remember though.
You don't know what you're talking about, so mute. Yeah. Next.
We have
What was the slide before this? This is what I'm asking, right? So there was 3 plans that I said that you guys are eligible for because you're management. There's no 6 months, by the way, associated with this. So question.
the first one is the incentive plan.
Second one is?
The second one is management.
Yeah, you looked at your notes because it's right in front of you. I got it. Good
I
one,
don't
Irish.
have it. the one for quarterly, I don't even remember the entire
Okay,
thing.
so yeah, you're a little lost there, but quarterly, yeah. Okay, so the second one was management bonus plan. Management bonus plan, which you'll learn. I haven't drafted up, but I have my notes in front of me, and I've got a lot of notes regarding it. Has to do with how you manage your staff too. Manage, right? So it's how you mentor your staff, how you ensure that your staff is successful, right? If your staff they don't check their emails regularly, so they are missing meetings, and you think they're slacking when in fact they just don't know how to log into their email, right? So mentoring would be to approach them and say, "What's up?" Right? Notice you don't log into your emails, right? What's up with that? And basically, through talking to them, you would discover they have a problem logging into their email, and that it was simple because we could have just contacted Irish and it would be dealt with, right? So mentoring is actually in this continuity condition because I want them to last 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. I want them to last actually beyond a year if possible, right? Because it does take a long time just to find one good developer. Yeah, we're investing time right now, all of our salaries, all of our time, all the interviews, right? Let's not waste it, right? So this actually is because there's a management bonus. And I want to ensure that you guys continue just in your standard everyday approach with staff. You mentor them so they want to stay, so they don't want to go back onto Upwork or Fiverr and look for a gig, right? If they're suffering with money and they are going to tell you about it, listen to them. That's part of mentoring, right? Figure out how to help them. If the person is truly a smart person, like we know what smart is, and they are a true asset to the company, try to help them, try to change their life. You get what I'm saying? So it's really, you guys are right, but it's also that was the primary goal for putting in this continuity condition. I will penalize you guys for not mentoring. And yes, sometimes the person will just quit for some other reason. I get that. But the reason behind this is to be an incentive, a penalistic incentive to encourage you to invest in your staff. They're people too. Okay, I shut up now. Now I listen to you. Anybody have any thoughts?
Yes, makes sense. So it will encourage a team spirit as well, and we can develop some good bonds among the team as we mentor the staff. So it would be better.
I think for me, it's gonna be a great thing, especially here, in the country. There are a lot of freelancers here looking for multiple clients and all that. As soon as we can ensure that a person is really smart, or is really eligible, really deserving to stay in the company, then we can persuade them, or maybe we can teach them how they can stay in just one company and earn the same thing or maybe more.
You can
Because
earn more
yeah,
than freelancing and taking on 5 million clients, and then you have to hire people because you can't stay up 24 hours, right? So,
exactly.
yeah.
Yeah, even in the other case, uh, we can just tell them, because if they are trying only on Fiverr or any Upwork or any other task, it would be the people oftenly would have to dedicate all their daytime or whatever, even might be their sleep. So through this, we can just persuade what the exact talent that we can extract, and we can develop.
Exactly.
Uh,
Yeah.
sorry.
Exactly. Exactly right. Well, that's the other thing. Mentoring is if you also, I can take that even further, right? Mentoring means if you see your staff is, okay, so they're a front end developer with an interest in learning back end language so that they can grow, right? And they're really good and a true good employee. You know what? We will provide them with the training that they need. It's part of their package in terms of training and education. They'll actually get it paid for them, right? And we'll provide it. They just have to do it on their own time, right? So that's also part of mentoring, right? So that's all embedded in the management bonus. If you don't care about your staff, guess what? I will find out, and your management bonus will be low. And the thing is about your management bonus, it's also partly based on a review that, guess what, your staff do of you and give to me. Okay, so there's a lot of twists to this, but there's a lot of all the purposes is to encourage people to do better. to strive. You know what I mean? Any questions? No questions, I guess. Okay. All right. So the boomerang, the last one, I did explain that to you. That's just recurring, basically incentive payout revenue to you guys. If you can actually mentor them and encourage them, they'll be here 6 months. They'll be here 1 year, and you will actually see these bonuses. Okay. So I will move on. So I put this here because this is really important. I want to ask, is that smart? Is the plan that I just gave you just around assembling your staff? Is it a smart plan?
Yes, because basically, if we can have everyone working together properly, it's still gonna benefit the company. There's gonna be a lot done. We're gonna save time hiring new people, training new people. If we can get things going in a smooth manner, then the company will grow faster.
Next, if everybody just agrees it's smart, but if you have something to say, I want to hear it.
Yeah, I do think it's smart and in long term as well because in my perspective, even in the sense that I looked at a job when I was doing a full-time job before coming here. So there would be much more people around looking for that kind of freedom within. So actually, they might be looking for something beyond job, but which can balance their money as well as their lifestyle. So uh,
Mhm.
it might seems actually a pretty smart plan.
Okay, so actually that is a great plan. Uh, Even though it only counts for the quantity at this point, and it is fair. But if we could have a scale for quality measurement as well, so maybe in future, because it's not easy to develop a uh, scale for quality uh, that easily. So, but for now, it is great. It would help team spirit as mentioned, and it will also encourage our team member, us ourselves, to push more. Uh, so it is a great one overall.
Gonna let you guys read um, the next slide. Okay. I'm just gonna give you some time to read it. It's actually the next incentive, which is around just smart ideas and being creative. I'm assuming everybody's done, right?
Yeah.
Done.
Yes.
Anybody want to say anything? Any questions? Pretty straightforward, not straightforward. Somebody say something. Awkward pause.
It seems pretty much straightforward. Uh,
I see I left the number 1 sitting in the middle of my slide. On the word smart. That's not so smart of me. Okay. Just learning my graphic skills. Any questions though? Is there anything that needs to be explained? Any idea has its value. That's the amount up there. And it has to be in use to be eligible and then paid out in the next incentive payment. So the one thing you're probably wondering how to track, all of this, as I said, will be tracked and it will be with the accounting bookkeeper person, right? And guess what? You can actually see it yourself at any time. All right. So there's no hiding anything. You actually see what you've been paid, what the adjustments are, what's upcoming. Okay.
Okay.
So don't worry about that. Do you like the slogan, smart people, smart ideas?
Yes.
Definitely.
Yeah, I like that. Because smart ideas is smart money. Anybody want to say anything about this while I shut up?
I have a
Even
question.
if it, sure.
Is this only applicable to us, or is it also going to be available or applicable to everyone? Let's say the VAs, the developers.
A good
Does
question.
anyone have the answer to that one? Because I have thought I gave the answer already in this presentation. So go ahead. Does anyone remember?
whoever is smart have their bonus given.
Must have done a 30 days job at least.
Okay, so these bonuses that we're talking about are only applicable to management.
Okay.
The incentive is only applicable, is the only one that's applicable to everybody. But everybody's incentive is different.
Okay.
Okay. This, I'm showing you the competition for October because it is applicable to all management level staff and everybody whose management level is in this meeting.
Got it.
So these are the targets that we're talking about, the smart ideas, the assembling your staff, that will get you your payment. And these are the payments that contribute to getting one lump sum. Anything else?
No.
No? Okay. Anybody?
No.
Nope. Okay.
Nope.
So essentially, I'm going to ask the question, all of this, what does it equal? You're assembling your staff, and assembling your staff is actually assembling the pieces for Microdeck to get Microdeck going, right?
Yes.
So we're on a path, and it's all together. I'm just going to say it. It's actually the same thing that we've been talking about. It's all about money, right? Earning your salary and above and beyond. And these are just two of the targets, two of the 4 targets that you were to hit to achieve to get your incentive bonus. Okay.
Yes.
Clear, everybody?
Yes.
Okay. So this is the next one. This is the 3rd out of the 4th. Now, this is something that I learned by working for a huge corporation. I didn't realize that they tracked everything I did in 6-minute increments to determine if I knew what I was doing with my email, my timesheet, my folder, my everything. If there was an app or a software we were signed up for, they actually looked at the logs, determined what you did, and there was a formula calculation to determine your efficiency using the resources that they've given you. So in that job, they also gave you a laptop and other things, right? So this is going to be part of your incentive bonus. And if you are not using your resources, and this is why it's really more important, yes, you get a paid. This is at my discretion how much it is, because I can tell when you don't log in for 6 days for your email, and I'm just clearing my throat because the person that's present knows who it was. But that person, I'm sure, has rectified it recently. So I can tell because I get a report right away. I get a report on everything. It's crazy how much Google tracks data, okay, and how much they provide it to businesses. So, but what's more important is, for example, let's look at Lester. Lester did the mock-up of the website, right? And we've assigned him an email. But I see, say, and this is an example, I don't know, right? I can't tell you. But say Lester hasn't logged into his email in 4 days, right? And I also notice there's no activity on his drive, right? But he's already done the front page and he's working on the results page, right, guys? Now, what does that tell you? To me, that tells me he's not using his drive and he's not using his email. He may not know how to, right? He may not be comfortable. I don't know why, but I can see it, right? So as you're his manager, when you do your review, you're going to see that. And part of the mentoring, as I said, is to ask why, right? So if though, I'll be honest with you, I see that you're not asking why, right? I will be able to see that, and that impacts your management bonus, by the way, okay?
Okay.
But you need to ask why, right? And in order for them to be successful in their job and organized and to protect our assets as a company, they got to use the tools that we give them. So Lester should be uploading his files, by the way, and his backups. I don't know, GitHub or up on his drive, but whatever, your department needs to get their act in gear and determine what your protocol is and your systems and have your staff do it, because Lester's not doing it, right? So in this case, in terms of using this as a tool regarding your incentive, if I see, for example, one of you is not using your drive, I'm going to ask why, right? Because if you're organized, right, your job is going to be easier. It will always give you an indication on what's going on with a person. So if you're a smart person, right, you're going to be using everything that's been given to you, right? So does that make sense to anyone? Yeah? No?
Yes.
Yes.
Is everybody comfortable with it? So it will be something like the sample to the right you see on the screen, right? It'll just be a rough evaluation and it'll be part of it, and I'll discuss it in your review with you. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, great. So to me, smart usage equals smart people, period. Read that, what's written there. And when you're done, I can move on. Are we done, guys? You sort of look semi-done-ish. Everybody nod up and down. Yeah,
Yes.
done. Okay. Yeah. Don't not be able to find your files, because I'll figure it out and I'll be on you. Why can't you find your files? If you need time management or any organizational skills, I'll get you the training to teach you how to do time management or organizing. Whatever it takes to get you to be efficient, tell me and we'll put it in place. You don't have to tell me now. You can approach me whenever, okay? The next one and the final piece of the incentive, and towards the end of this presentation, thank God, is this is part of a game. And the last piece is part of the game and the competition, right? And it's the websites, and we already talked about those. The two that are in brackets, third last and second last, I'm not sure of the name. It's something, QB is our domain, but I'm not sure about eBay Store. It's something similar. I can't remember. And I can't remember if I've missed a website from that list. But however, basically, this is pretty simple. Does everybody understand this? What this page means? This is an incentive, and I'm hoping every single one gets launched. And for every single one that gets launched, this is how much that you're going to make. If we launched all of them today, or in the 30 days, how much are you going to add to your salary?
900 Canadian dollars.
Right. On top of everything else. Those are the 4 points and targets for your incentive for this month for the competition. Okay? So,
Okay,
I know.
so I have a question.
Sure.
Okay, so I did not understand how the incentive gets distributed. So, for example, if one site gets launched, do all of us share this incentive?
That's okay. So, tracking uploader gets launched next week. That's a 100 for each and every single one of you. I'm looking at 3 people right now. That's $300.
Okay, great.
This I'm having, instead of having individual 3 meetings, I'm having 1 meeting because it's the same verbiage, same thing I got to say, but to all 3 of you.
Okay.
Okay, you're not splitting this. I'm talking to you individually. Okay, I know it. Is there any other question? Is that clear?
Yes.
Yeah.
So we got that it's $100, and we already know you converted. We saw the conversion of what 100 is in your own local salary, correct?
Yes.
Now, I'm gonna basically ask you a question because I don't force people to do things they don't want to. And then once you get to know me, you'll realize that, right? So I'm gonna ask you because I don't know, all 3 of you, we've talked about salary, and you guys know our discussions, right? So everybody's so focused on their salary, and I keep telling people, you know what? Don't worry about it. Honestly, when I say don't worry about your salary, I really mean it, right? Trust me, and I really mean that, okay? But it took me a while to get this package together to prove to you, right? So, however, as I said, I don't make choices for people, right? If you got a choice, you can have a salary, or you can have a salary plus a bonus, okay? Now, the bonus and the incentive that we talked about, the flip side is you are going to be evaluated by me in terms of performance, right? And I'm going to be very on you, and the expectation is there that you achieve or exceed targets, okay? So there's a higher level of, I guess, responsibility with having salary plus bonus. But if you want, you have the choice to just have a salary, right? I mean, the choice is yours, right? So I leave that for you. As we were saying, freelance compared to being an employee, for me, it's kind of easy to determine what the decision would be, right? There's no advantage to being a freelancer because you've got to chase the next person, the next client. And in order to make the money that you want to make, or even more, or more and more and more and grow, you have to grow your business, right? You just have to be smarter in your job with me and do your job smarter. You can get more done if you've got people who report to you that are smart and efficient and organized. It will make you more smart and efficient and organized, and you will get more work done. You'll get more work done in less time, and you only work Monday through Friday, and you only work 8 hours a day. Every single month, it will change. This month is an October treasure hunt. I call these treasures, right? Because you know what? If you hire someone or whatever, you've launched a site and you get these incentives, those are treasures. And that's what I'm trying to tell you, right? And I'm making it into a game and a competition. Competition, I think, is healthy. So this decision is where I leave it up for you. The circle is up for you to get back to me. I've presented you with an incentive plan. If you plan to be on board with the incentive plan with the next 30 days, you have to let me know because it begins tomorrow. Okay? If you choose to be your salary for the next 30 days, that's fine. No problem. Now, if you take the incentive plan and you're on it for 30 days, and if you take just the salary route and you're on it for 30 days, and you underachieve in both, okay, we're going to talk about why and we're going to put in corrective measures. If the second month happens and you underachieve in both again, and if you choose one route over the other, that's up to you. However, there won't be a third month. Is that clear to everybody? Does everybody know what that means? Hello?
Yes.
I hear one yes.
Yeah.
I hear two yes.
Sorry, I had some internet issues. My internet just went off, but it's now fine.
Okay. I basically asked you to choose which route you want to do, salary or salary plus bonus. Either way, you're accountable. One, you're more, obviously, the pressure is on more because you have to achieve and exceed. But what I also said is if you pick either way, whichever you pick, if you don't meet or exceed or excel in your position, because I think you're a smart person, 2 months in a row, there will not be a third month. It applies to anybody.
Sure,
Okay?
makes sense.
So, makes sense? Okay. So, this is one of the last slides. And I should ask before getting into it, anybody have any questions?
None so far.
Everybody having fun?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's really interesting.
It's different. It's different. And I'll tell you why this came to my mind, because this is the second last slide. It doesn't matter what job, and I really mean this, whether you're an accountant or whether, and pardon me for using these terms, but whether you are a crack dealer, a drug dealer on the corner in the United States selling drugs. Every single job, whether you're an accountant or you're selling drugs on the corner, you get profit. The drug dealer on the corner is getting good money because they're taking a risk by breaking the law. So their boss, whoever is king of the drugs, right, whatever, is paying them extra money to assume the risk. In the corporate world, they have what they call profit sharing plans, and they have incentive plans. Same thing. It's to encourage the brightest of the group to excel. So I guarantee you that companies like Google do not hire people like Rose and keep them. Okay? They do not hire, well, I don't have to say, I'm not going to have to go further. You guys understand what I'm saying. Google does not hire people like that. Google hires people like us and above, right? Like minimum us and above. So guess what? Same with Microdot. The more Microdot grows, the more that these incentive plans grow every single month. So great, you get the incentive plan and we have a competition and we have a laptop as the prize, right? Now I'm going to ask you each, how do you think the winner is determined? I'd like to hear if it was your competition, your company, how would you determine the winner? This is very cute, very interesting to me. I want to know everybody's response.
For me, the one who was most accomplished amongst the tasks, or the one who had the most treasures acquired.
Uh, since I think that our accomplishments would be known to these management positions, all four of us, maybe we can vote or something. I don't know.
Mhm.
And if you vote, how would you determine based on what parameters, right?
So most votes based on the performance. So uh, yes, everyone would voting for himself. But maybe we can have a criteria that one cannot vote for himself, and then you can have, have a decision.
That's funny. Okay. And Pasan, I'm listening to you. How do you think it should go?
Um, Based on small milestones. Like I'm not pretty much familiar with how the indexing would go on, but yeah, would be. I think it would be something like a KPI or something that would be measuring each of the milestones that have been achieved. Or and in some cases, like in overall team management and those things, might depend on the all the people that have been involved in working.
Wow. KPIs. Wow. Very technical. Yes. It might be on that.
Or maybe a lucky draw.
Oh, maybe what? I didn't hear you.
A lucky draw.
A lucky draw. That's an idea.
That's an excellent one.
Okay, so no problem. I'm gonna give you guys the answer. There's the answer, right in front of you. Not a surprise, right? Yes, a surprise, a little bit. Kind of touched on it. Yeah, kind of touched on it in one of our answers, right? So yes, it will be peer review. What you don't know is how that's going to be. For example, some of the criteria for the peer review will be who was the most helpful person in the management team to help you achieve your goal. Some of these questions are going to be given to you privately. Who was it that was most helpful to you? Who was it that you observed was really taking an employee under their wing and mentoring them? Lester, come, I'm going to help you, and you observed this person is taking a special interest in and asking for training for them and stuff like that. Who during the month took this initiative that you observed, right? It's going to be questions like that because a competition is not against each other. We work together as a team, always. We don't work against each other. And that's what I believe to the core. This is what I try to teach my stepchildren, right? Competition where you're fighting against each other is not necessarily, it doesn't give you a good feeling, right? It can be stressful. That's why I asked at the beginning, does anyone feel any stress with the word competition? Okay? It's, you're going to tell me who you think is most deserving to win the laptop. And you're going to tell me the reasons why. For example, you're going to cite the three instances that were most helpful to you, that impacted you the most into getting your work done. Okay? And who it was and whatever. I'm going to shut up because let's see, that's the end of the presentation. Next slide is more music. So think about it. And I would like to hear thoughts about that after the music plays, of course. I am joking though. So I want to hear thoughts. And it's not going to be Irish that starts off.
Um, yeah, it's pretty good. Uh, yeah, I mean, it would be honest in any case. I mean, even though it's private vote, then it would be, I mean, at any point it would determine how we have been impulsive in each of our people's character within the organization.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I'm listening.
Yeah, that's what all I had today.
Next.
So, yes, we all love the idea of incentives and all the responsibilities with it. Uh, and I will appreciate the way you have conducted this meeting. So we were more like it would be a conventional meeting and very serious about it, but you have taken the things very lightly. It was a very good aspect, and I think we should also, when maybe dealing with other employees or anyone working under us, maybe we can also apply similar methods to encourage more team spirit in them.
Very good management skill.
Yes,
Yes.
thank you.
Next. That's you, Irish.
Yeah. Well, for me, I look at it in such a way that both the company and us are going to benefit on the incentives. Yes, we'll get, monetary incentives if ever we reach a goal, but it's much better, and I look at it this way, as or as how or together with the company we're gonna grow, so we can get better and better and better, and most of all we work better together, and that's gonna benefit the company most, since if everyone is working very very well, then all the goals and all the stuff that needs to be done are going to be taken care of. So there's no way but going up together, not just the employees but also the company itself.
Okay. Good. Very good answer. So everybody sees that my management style is different, clearly, right? I don't follow the norm. And I want you to be creative too and think out of the box in terms of your management style, but always act out of kindness with everybody and respect, okay? I haven't got anything else to say because that's the end of my meeting. Just looking around. Yeah, that's the end of my meeting. There's nothing else. This is a video that this intro is going to be changed to whatever we want it to be changed to. But this was, I just put it in there because I also wanted you guys to see it. And so that you can think about some feedback, if you have any feedback in terms of what you would think would define Microdeck in terms of programming, app, marketing, tech, websites, whatever. But what else, what do you think should be written here as opposed to what's written in front of you? It's just done quickly, okay?
Sure.
And that's it. Anybody questions? No? Yes?
None.
No, thank you.
So I'm going to hear from everybody if you want to go salary or salary plus bonus, right?
Yes.
Salary plus bonus.
Bonus.
Oh, you're going to tell me now? Okay. And is it salary plus bonus for everybody or just salary for one person?
Plus
Salary plus bonus.
Okay. And Pasan, I didn't hear you.
plus bonus.
Oh,
Salary
okay.
will be increased.
Okay.
So
Zan is
if
not much interested about salary plus bonuses.
well, so one last thing. If you guys now believe me, don't worry about salary or money. Please put that aside. Take that stress and throw it out the window. I know I said this a year ago to somebody else, but I also really, I mean, you can speak up from your experience. Has that not been true? I said, take the stress and throw it out the window, right?
Yeah, true.
Okay. And I've tried to do everything to put stress out the window, right? So don't worry about salary, okay? It's not anything to focus on. What's to focus on is being creative and creating your own career, creating your own job, okay? So I'm going to ask, really, do I determine your salary? No, I don't. I don't have control over your salary. You do. Okay? Not me. So remember that. Okay? I already know what next month's incentive plan is going to be. It's going to be very different from this one, but it will also be fun. But I don't have control over anything. You guys do. Okay?
Okay.
Yep.
Sure.
Alrighty then. I'm out of here because I'm tired now. So
You should be. You should be
yeah.
tired.
I was going to go on camera too, but it was going to be for. I have the meeting where I'm going to come on camera, and I think it's important for that meeting. So it will. I'll have that meeting soon because I
Okay.
cannot emphasize that meeting enough to you guys too because it's also very important. So I'll be
Okay.
on camera for that meeting. Okay.
Okay.
So remember, my door's always open. In a sense, you guys can always contact me.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Sorry to keep everybody overtime and have a good weekend. Okay.
You too.
Thank you.
Yeah, you do.
Thank you,
Okay.
Dane.
Okay.
Okay.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.